What's up, y'all? We back at it, man, with another episode of X-Men 97, Season 2. Actually, this is episode 4, and it's titled Rise of Apocalypse Part 2. Damn, this episode was crazy as hell, yo. This shit was the ending. The ending, all I gotta say is one line, and you know what I'm talking about. Only a coward will step on ants. Oh, that line hit so hard. But I knew it was a wrap for you know what I'm saying, everybody after seeing Apocalypse right here, and he lost his right hand man. Someone who meant a lot to him. Once I seen this scene, I was like, yo, it's about to be a wrap because this is the guy that found him as a baby and raised him to be this prophet or the savior, and you have it where he died due to, you know what I'm saying, due to you know what I'm saying, him listening to Charles and Magneto, and you have it where Ramatut attacked this area. So once I seen this guy die, and he kind of looked like Kratos from you know what I'm saying, from God of War. I don't know, maybe it's just me. He looked like Kratos right here, at least from the earlier games, like Part 1 and shit. That might just be me who feel like that. But once I saw this guy dead, I already knew what time it was. And you have it where we see a lot of surprises here that I wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting Ramatut to actually be Kane. And you have it where Kane actually came here to try to stop Apocalypse rise to power. You have it where he has a conversation with Charles, and Charles, you know, he tells Charles like, "Yo, I don't want him to be who he's supposed to be." Now, I'm very curious why Kane chose that, and it makes me wonder if we're going to see Kane at another point in time as well. But you have it where he's explaining to Charles like, "Yo, you're trying to stop him from becoming Apocalypse by saving him. I'm trying to stop him by becoming Apocalypse by wiping him out." And you see this right here, and I don't know why. I just thought this was an amazing moment right here. As you know what I'm saying, Charles is talking to Kane, and he's like, "Yo, well, Ramatut," and he was like, "Who are you?" And he was like, "I go by many names," and he starts naming the names, and Kane is one of the names that he says. So this was an unexpected surprise. I did not expect Ramatut to actually be Kane. I was thinking he was just some regular pharaoh who came across celestial power or tech and was using it to you know what I'm saying, keep Apocalypse at bay. But anyway, as this is going down, you have it where he says is, you know what I'm saying, there's nothing he can do to stop Apocalypse since Charles is trying to aid him. And you have it where he gets there, the X-Men are looking for a way home, and you have it where this moment right here where Apocalypse walks into this throne room and he sees himself on the walls, him as well as the fellow X-Men, and that's when he says like, "Yo, this is me and this is you guys. You guys were trying to stop me stop me from becoming who I was destined to be." That was such a crazy moment right there, and you have it where Magneto and everyone else tries to stop him from becoming the Apocalypse that we know him in the present to be. And this shit was crazy. I knew Apocalypse was powerful, but even before he even got the tech that would make him Apocalypse, this dude mutant ability was just still, he was just still unhinged, unstoppable. Like I remember, like, well, I, you know, I'm just thinking about the original series where I watched them fight. But you have it right here where they come to fight him. They come to take him down, the X-Men. And this was like a pretty dope moment. You have it where Charles is like, we can't allow him to walk in there and become Apocalypse. We can't allow this to happen. And as he's walking in, you have it where the X-Men try to stop him from doing so. Rogue hit him. I don't know why whenever Rogue fly up and hit someone now, it makes me think of that moment where his name is Gambit. Remember it. I don't know why. I just always think of that shit whenever, you know what I'm saying, you have a moment like this. But this shit was crazy. You had the other X-Men showing up and they were trying to help. The way they did Bishop in here, they need to do my boy some justice. I get it. He hasn't got any blasters, so he hasn't had time to build up that kinetic energy. But man, they made it look like Apocalypse was just running straight through his ass. And he got a future gun in it, a future tech, and it still couldn't hurt Apocalypse. And then you just got it where, man, he's just headbutting Magneto, tossing him to the side. Like that shit was crazy. Like this dude was on a whole nother level, yo. And then you have it with Nightcrawler. I'm like, now I don't know the ins and outs of Nightcrawler's power, but I feel like he should have teleported this man a lot further away than what he did. Maybe it's just me who feels like that, but I don't know. I feel like Nightcrawler should have teleported him in another room, or I can't remember if his ability is as far as he can see, or if he can just teleport anywhere. I believe it's him being able to teleport anywhere, but it's been a long time since I read up on Nightcrawler's powers. But oh man, like I feel like he didn't take advantage of this. Like you see that ground open up in the middle around that platform. I would have just teleported in the middle of the air, let go of him, and let Apocalypse fall. He probably would have fell to the bottom of the pyramid, if anything, if you couldn't teleport him out of the situation. You know what I'm saying? Out of the area. But man, Apocalypse just, and then after the way Rogue hit him, I thought Rogue might be a match for him, but then he caught the punch and just started beating the hell out of her. Like they don't stand a chance against Apocalypse right now. And you see him become the Apocalypse that we know from the future. You have it where a celestial being is talking to him. We get to see one of those early in the episodes as well. As the celestial being is talking to Apocalypse, telling him he will become one that is feared. And then next thing you know, he gains the power of the celestial, and you have it where he walks out as Apocalypse, man. This shit was crazy. And the next thing you know, you have this scene right here where his body is being transformed into who we know from the future. I ain't gonna lie, if he would have kept the long hair, he looked dope with the long hair. I never was the biggest fan of his design, well, at least his facial design. Um, you know what I'm saying? When I watched it back in the day as a kid, but with the long hair, the man looked so cold. But he ends up becoming the Apocalypse. Next thing you know, Beast made these gauntlets to get him back. He repaired the gauntlets to get him back to the future that Magneto actually damaged when Bishop first came. Next thing you know, you have it where they're all about to go to the future, but because of you know what I'm saying, what Magneto does, he sends everyone back to the future, and it looks as if he was trying to send Charles as well, but something went wrong, or maybe he didn't want to send. Nah, he was trying to send Charles, but something goes wrong to keep Charles from going. He grabs on the Magneto coat, and then that's enough time for Apocalypse to intervene and stop him from actually leaving. And we get this little battle sequence between Apocalypse, Charles, and Magneto. And wow, I wasn't ready for this, man. I wasn't ready for this. And then even Apocalypse goes to destroy the place, you know what I'm saying, that kept him a prisoner. And when you get to this moment, that's when you see Kane reveals who he is and go back to the future. Like he turns back to his normal self, says, "Yeah, I gotta go." Smiles and just leaves. That shit is crazy. He just left whoever this woman is, who looks like she may even be you know what I'm saying, an ancestor of Storm. But anyway, you have it where Apocalypse attacks. He tries to attack Charles. Magneto uses the full brunt of his power to send him flying out of the ship that he was using to destroy the area of you know, Tut. And then next thing you know, you have it where Magneto uses all his powers to stop this from happening. He stops this attack from happening. He's laying on the ground. Next thing you know, you have it where Apocalypse approaches Magneto, and this scene right here was Magneto. Damn. You had this scene right here where he walks up to Magneto, pick him up, and says, "Lie to him, Charles." This line was just so cool. "Lie to him, Charles, the way you lied to me. Tell him everything's gonna be okay." That was crazy. And then you have it where Charles talks to Magneto and say, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry." Yo, this shit was, I wasn't expecting this shit to be this brutal, man. Damn, this shit was brutal. Oh my gosh. Yo, this episode was insane from start to finish. You have it where Bishop arrives. He comes back and grabs Charles while he's crying at the loss of his friend Magnus, or Magneto, whichever name you want to go by. And then we get a little end credit scene where, oh man, let me see. It won't let me do it. Hold on, let me, right here. A little end credit scene where you see uh, Wolverine. He's actually talking to Captain America. I don't know why they keep making me look at this crap. I'm trying to get to the scene with Wolverine and Captain America. Yeah, right here. Looks as if he's about to do another Weapon X program to make sure to get his metal claws back. That's what it's looking like. At first, I thought this was like a flashback, but then they showed the Black Widow, unless that's the Black Widow of in the past. But it looks like the Black Widow that we know to be the Black Widow. So I'm imagining that this is, um, the future. Not only that, Wolverine does say he wants to get the gang back together. A little X Force. So I imagine we're going to see Wolverine get his claws back in the next episode. But let me know your thoughts on this one down below, and I'll catch y'all in the next one, man. Peace.